What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag to you. Okay, first off, it's like 12:38 a.m. I just finished watching the show, so I'm going to try to get this recorded. I may even do the editing tonight and try to upload it in the morning, or I might just go all the way through, but I just don't know what time that's going to happen. All right, so I wanted to wear my glasses because I just like wearing them, but my lighting always messes with them, so I actually have my light off. But I don't know if that's gonna work. I think I look a little bit more glamorous with my light. What y'all think? Hold on, let me turn it on. See, it just kind of brightens the whole thing up, but it makes these weird ass circles in my eyes. And yeah, and I don't need my glasses for reading anyway, so they're kind of lost on this whole thing. Anyway, if you guys are waiting for Little Women Dallas, I know I did not even review last week. I still haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it tonight or tomorrow morning, both of them, okay? But I just got around to finishing Atlanta, which is, you know, the one that people watch the most. So I'm going to try to get this out of the way, but stay tuned. I will get both of them up since tonight is actually the season finale, you know. Okay. So last week we left off with the twins. They were on a boat. They were crying because Andrea is, you know, pissed that the trip is going to be extended longer and that they're going to be going to the Bahamas or whatever. And she's saying, you know, she'll go on to the Bahamas with her sister, but she feels guilty because her heart is not in it and she doesn't really want to let her sister down. So they're on the cruise. All the girls are there with them. Juicy is concerned about Andrea because everybody saw her do her little walkout thing, right? So she walks Juicy to her room and Juicy's like, you know, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And she was like, well, she just don't really feel good being away from her kids. And she says she knows it hasn't been a long time, because it hasn't. It's been what, 2 days, and now it got extended for 2 more days. So it's like 4 fucking days or something like that. She knows it's not that long, but what if this is just like, you know, a short time? Like, if she thinks this is too long, then a longer time is going to be like much longer. She don't know if she gonna hang, and she don't know if she could really be doing this whole tiny twin shit either. Juicy told her, well, basically you said you wanted to be in the entertainment business, and entertainment takes sacrifice. So I mean, it kind of goes with the territory, but not to worry because it gets easier with time. So essentially, I guess she's saying that either Andrea will find a way to work around it, perhaps be able to bring her kids on the road with her, like lots of people in entertainment do. I know actresses do, bring their kids along when they have to, you know, go to another state or whatever. And have a nanny or a caretaker take care of the kids while they're on the set and things like that. Or, I don't know, or just say fuck the whole thing, or, you know, whatever's going to make it easier. Essentially, she's saying that it's going to get easier with time. The twins are supposed to be hosting 2 events on this cruise. And they're at the first one like soon as they like get there, right? So it's fun. They're talking and everybody gets all hyped up, and then they're playing games. They're playing Twister, and they're, you know, limbo and holding the rope, and just a whole bunch of fun and stuff. So it seemed that they had a good time. Okay, afterward, they're all like out and they're eating, and they're asking Money, what's up with Moreland? I hate when the phone ring like that. Anyway, what's up with Moreland? Like, why is anybody even thinking about Moreland? I guess because it's Money, and like, okay, you ain't got no storyline, so where's your storyline, girl? Where the boy? And she was like, well, I am missing him, but you know, he travels so much. I wish he was here, yada yada yada. And they were like, well, don't worry, when he, you know, when he have time, y'all gonna get it together, y'all gonna have fun, y'all gonna go on your own cruise, like a couple's cruise or something like that. And she was like, yeah, sure. Don't believe it, girl. All right. Minnie asks Andrea if everything's all right because she like, yesterday you kind of got very upset or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I'm just feeling, a little overwhelmed with the situation. And it just seems like a really long time that I've been away from my kids. And I just feel so, okay. First I thought she said miserable, and then when I saw it again, it seemed like she said emotional. I don't know if she said miserable or emotional, but both of them were very sad feelings, and she ran off crying. You would think her sister would have ran off with her, but she stayed because she's probably just so over trying to talk her down off this cliff at this point. But Tanya followed her. Okay. Let me see. Okay, she walks off. She's feeling frustrated with herself, and she's like, she just don't want to let nobody down, aka Amanda, because that's their thing. Like, they're together, so she'd be letting her down if she didn't get this whole thing right. Like, it's their career together. Tanya follows to comfort her, like I said, and she's like, she basically saying that she knows how she feels because they're in a similar situation. I guess with kind of deadbeat dads for their kid or whatever, even though Tanya's situation is a little bit more suspect. Okay. And she's telling Tanya that she's upset that she's going to have to separate the kids when they get to Dallas. So it's not just that she's missing them, but that they're spending time together, and then it's going to be all, kind of fucked up to leave him behind and just take the one kid. And I'm just like, why are you doing that in the first fucking place? Like, the doctors, okay, if there are doctors in Atlanta for Aubrey, why the fuck can't they work on Andre? Like, why can't the doctors recommend somebody, or I don't know, fuck something like that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem very logical that she would think that there's no doctor in Georgia, the state, which was just even closer, but within the city of Atlanta or near or adjacent, that could be able to help Andre at all. Tanya reassures her that she's doing the right thing, and everything she's doing is, gonna turn out well because she's doing it for her family and to better her family and to be able to, take care of her kids. She's doing what she got to do, basically. And Andrea's like, well, she's realizing that they have similar situations, obviously, and that they kind of like, they get each other. So, Tanya's saying that she can tell that Andrea is hurt that her kids are being raised, separately. So a lot of this is dealing with her, the whole separating the kids once they get back and, going back to the way that the things are, and the guilt that she's feeling from being separated or having left them in the first fucking place, right? So back at the table, Amanda is explaining to them, like, yeah, she misses the kids, but what the whole thing is really about is that when she gets there, she's going to be separating them. And, it don't make it no better when people on social media be talking shit to her, like, oh, you're a bad mother, that's fucked up, you don't give a fuck about Andre because he lives over there, but they don't really know her situation. And, well, Juicy came through with good advice. One thing I can say about Juicy, whenever anybody is kind of down on themselves about anything having to do with, life, being a little person, anything like that, like she has really good advice about self-esteem and like believing in yourself and that type of shit. So she's a real good person to talk to about that sort of stuff. So as usual, she's like, all right, well, you have to be confident within yourself and know that what you're doing is right for yourself, for your family, or whatever it is that you're doing. Like, you have to fucking believe in it, basically. Okay, so now they're in the Bahamas. They're at the beach, and they're having fun playing in the water and all that stuff. Money's avoiding the water because I don't know, she's like, you seen the last time that I got dipped in water, like, I'm not going through that. I just enjoy watching y'all. And they was like, you talked to Moreland? And she was like, yeah, I miss him and everything, but I'm real happy to be with y'all. I'm having fun, I'm having a good time. I guess that's why everybody keep on asking her, because she looked like she having such a good time. No. Okay, so Andrea is still sad. So when they're all leaving the beach and everything, Tanya stays behind to talk to her. And Tanya says that she gets, Andrea says that Tanya gets it, and she thanks her for, you know, coming and talking to her. And she was like, girl, I felt it. Like, when you got up, like, yeah, I felt it in my heart, and that's why I had to come. So Andrea's issues make Tanya see that she need to get her motherfucking little family shit in order. So she's thinking that maybe since they got similar situations, maybe they could be friends or like kind of keep each other on track, you know, with their situations, help each other out. And she asked Andrea, okay, would you get back with Chris? And she said, I don't know. I mean, I gotta think about it. I mean, he needs to make some changes. Please don't tell me this raggedy ass shit stain is coming back on this show. Girl, if you don't stop motherfucking playing with my motherfucking emotions on this damn show, let him go. For fucking ever. Okay, for fucking ever. Like, never. No. That was the wrong answer. I don't know. He needs to change. Anyway, she was like, okay, well, he comes to see Aubrey, but he won't go see Andre. And she was like, you got to see both because they're both your kids. He not going to see Andre because he's scared of your father and your brother, and they're going to whoop his ass, which is something he should be fucking afraid of. I mean, of course, they shouldn't be scaring the father off, even though he ain't got no money. He's not going to help, and there's really no... What the fuck is he even coming there for? Just to be like, hey, I'm your father. Your useless ass father. They shouldn't stop his useless father from seeing him. But yeah, it's their house, and yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Tanya's saying she thinks that he will be around for their daughter, even though he wasn't there for the little boy, just because he's around, and you know, he lives in Atlanta. Like, there would be really no excuse. And she don't want him. She don't want a relationship, no friendship, no nothing. She's just looking for him to be a consistent dad in the kid's life. Okay. They're off the boat. They're going shopping. They drinking out of coconuts. The twins are trying to negotiate. Minnie is helping them because they suck at it. Juicy got fans, okay? People recognizing her and taking pictures with her and all it is. And yeah, she international and all of that. And when they get back on the boat, they're like, all right, well, this is our last night. And they're all saying what a good time they had or whatever. And this night is going to be like the second big event that the twins are supposed to host. All right, so Tanya checks to see if Nico contacted Vaughn, and he did. Vaughn said that he wanted to take, what is the little boy's name? Whatever his name is. He wanted to take him to the kids' palace, but Vaughn said he was sick. So he was like, well, what about, you know, tomorrow, the next day or whatever. She was like, no, he could have came anyway. Yeah, I don't think he want to be around Vaughn like that. So until she fixes the situation between them or mediates or does whatever it is to make them two more cool with each other, I think that she shouldn't be pushing her luck with thinking that he just gonna go over there and hang out with his son, even though he's sick. He probably just don't feel welcome, and especially since it's Vaughn's house, because Vaughn lives there now. I could understand him not feeling comfortable. So she gonna have to work through that issue before trying to just toss them together like they on a motherfucking play date. Okay, so now they're at their party event, and Amanda's like, all right, I'm gonna bring it. Okay, I'm going to bring it. Even if Andrea doesn't, because you know Andrea is not really feeling this whole thing at this point, but they don't want it to go bad like the last event where Abira fucked they shit up, right? So everybody's dancing, everybody's happy. Juicy and Money is happy as hell when Minnie come over with some wine. Minnie is drinking Ciroc. And she told me she looking for a guy to dance with because yeah, she's feeling adventurous. Sam is turning down dances, okay? And she gonna go and tell Tanya, I'm not dancing with him. Like, no. He was like, you know, please, like, don't. She was like, I said no. You dance with him then. Like, what is wrong with her? She said that in the club right there, and the guys there are on the prowl, and it's just not her style to dance with random guys. Bitch, I'm confused then. What the fuck do you do at clubs? Do you bring guys with you that you already fucking know? That don't make no sense. Everybody dance with random guys. You can't know everybody in the damn club. So either you have never danced with no guys in the club, or I don't fucking know what the fuck is going on. I'm saying, y'all that said that she was a cootie cat licker, yeah, I believe that to be true, because her ass is pretty motherfucking gay. That she ain't straight, okay? Because the shit she's saying don't make no motherfucking sense. That y'all was right. This bitch gotta be gay, because what this shit is stupid. I don't even understand her point of view. Nothing, none of it. What the fuck is she talking about? All right, so but Tanya is like, oh well, I understand, and she's talking about Sam not wanting to be a fetish. So you don't know if somebody like you for you or because of the fetish. And I'm like, bitch, it's just dancing. Like, anybody asked you to marry them or be in a relationship, that's a fetish. Somebody just dance with somebody. They dance with average sized people too. I mean, people dance at a club. Conceited much? Anyway, it really ain't that serious. So Sam goes on to say, yeah, and then they ask for your number. Duh, that don't mean they gonna call you. All right, and then they try to take you to their room. I'm like, just say no. Does that work? Or can you not say no? Because you just said it on the floor. So I'm thinking you could say, girl, gay as the day is long. All right. But just as she's saying that, Minnie is walking off with the motherfucker that she been out there dancing with. Some little young ass white dude, right? And she don't want to miss an opportunity to have fun off the dance floor. Now remember when she said that she gonna get her some on this trip because she ain't go through all of that pain to get waxed, that bikini wax. That coochie clean. All right, so she's gonna make it happen. All right, so the next morning everybody get ready to leave and Minnie is absent. They like, where Minnie? And then right at that time she walk out with the dude. He gave her a hug and walk off, and they was like, what is up? What happened? And she was like, I don't kiss and tell. And they was like, Tanya was like, oh, so you did kiss though, because you just said it. She was like, the mini bar is open. So they busted her balls, but she was like, all I got to say is Minnie is back. The mini bar open. Juicy and Sam go visit Tanya, you know, once they're all back in Atlanta. And they're like, all right, well, what was up with Minnie at the thing? Like, she left with that guy at night and we didn't see her again until the fucking morning. And Juicy was like, it's called the walk of shame. And Tanya was like, she ain't look shame to me. Now, that's the thing. When they were like, where is Minnie? I was like, she got to take that walk of shame. But when she came out, she looked so happy and regular. I just changed my mind. I'm like, well, I guess it's not the walk of shame. I guess it's just the walk of shame when it's guys or judgmental people that's like, oh, girl, you so nasty. Then you got to be shamed. But she was not shamed worth a damn. Go ahead, Minnie. Get you some. Anyway, Tanya said that guys was hitting on her too, but she's saying that she is celibate. It's just me, myself, and I. Just her, herself, and she. And Juicy was like, girl, please. She was like, it's you and yourself and Nico and Vaughn. And she was like, no. She was like, no, I'm not messing with them. And they were asking, is Nico, you know, does he even come around anymore? And she was like, well, he don't call or text. He don't respond to me when I call and text. You basically told him that you don't want to be his friend and you don't ever want to talk to him. And he can't come to the birth of his child. So, yeah. I mean, he should probably just suck it up and get past it. But, I mean, these are things that she says. So, you just the ambiguity, the saying one thing and then expecting him to do something else. It gets a little confusing. But she did also at that time say she'll suck it up and let him be there for the kids. But it might still just be an awkward situation. I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm making no excuses for Nico, because I'm not trying to. She was like, oh, he don't be talking to nobody or being in contact when I'm around. But when I'm not around, it seemed like he always got some shit to be talking to fucking Vaughn about. And basically they think that Nico was trying to turn Vaughn against Tanya, like getting in his ear when she not around. And she's basically like, I don't want the motherfuckers talking about me if it's not about the kids. And Juicy's like, bitch, you are the common denominator. Like, what the fuck else they gonna be talking about? She was like, if you're not talking about all of the shit that I do, me going to the doctor, me being at all the appointments, me paying for this, I buy this and pay for this and blah, 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 then yeah. If it ain't about talking about the things that I'm doing for the kids, or about you giving me money to pay for some of the shit, then don't fucking be talking about me. And she was like, well, I think that I need to just, you know, get my family together. I need to talk to both of them together at the same time so we could all just be on the same page. Yeah, smart. Did I do that right? How does it go? Whatever. The thing that means okay with the hand. Yeah, all that. The twins go in and meet with a manager, and they tell her that yes, it went so much better this time than it was last time. The people are having a good time. They don't mean to brag, but yes, they killed it. That's what they said. She said that the cruise line contacted her and said that they loved them. It was, you know, really great having them or whatever. And she was like, all right, Andrea, you were really upset when I was there. Are you happy you stayed? And she was like, yeah, but being away from my kids, yeah, it's just really kind of fucked up. And, you know, it's even worse that I'm going to have to separate them when I see them. She don't really want to travel. And she was like, well, I can't promise that the gigs that you're going to be getting are going to be in Atlanta or Dallas. Like, I just can't do that. Andrea wants to move to Texas. Apparently, she really does not want to separate the kids. She want to just go back and be with her son and have both of her kids together, I suppose. And she was like, okay. So from what I can understand, you wanted him to stay in Texas because of the doctors, but can't we get doctors here? No. It's his doctor is there. I don't want him to lose his doctor because it's the same doctor that worked on us, you know, throughout our life. So we want him to have the same doctor. And I'm like, let that shit go and let them old ass doctors go. Them motherfuckers got to be old as hell. If they've been working on you since, let it go. There are motherfucking doctors in Atlanta that could do the same motherfucking shit. If they can't, your doctor could just tell them, hey, do this. Problem solved, right? Who the fuck knows? Well, the manager is like, well, if Andrea does actually leave, like, what's gonna happen to your career? Because people want the tiny twins, not the tiny twin. So yeah, it's kind of contingent on both of y'all being there. And Andrea's feeling conflicted because she don't want to let her sister down or fuck her sister life up. And I'm wondering, if she don't do this, what's she gonna do? Because also she can't go back to twerking without the twin. I mean, she's just gonna twerk by herself. I guess she could. People twerk by themselves all the damn time. But she's known as a tiny twin. So it's just, I don't know how she gonna make money if she keep on fucking off her opportunities. Money and more than meat. She missed him. She says she's happy he's happy that she's been having a good time since he's been away and blah blah blah. She talked about the drama on the trip, and he's like, I thought y'all was supposed to be. She was like 7 women, 1 person pregnant, Juicy and Minnie not getting along. Like, it could get a little hectic, but Minnie was turning heads. She hooked up. He was like, well, what about you? You told me everybody else you're on your best behavior. She was like, yeah, I was this time. What you mean this time? Better be every time. She was like, well, we already know that was a misunderstanding the last time. But yeah, I didn't do nothing. I was cool this time. I'm good. I learned my lesson. So, what else you gonna need for us to progress along with this whole wedding thing? And he like, well, you making improvements, but like I always had heard before, you gotta look deep before you leap. You already leapt. Re-leap. Boy. Money is like, well, I'm just, you know, on hold while I'm gotta make all these motherfucking improvements. Like, I feel like I'm on fucking probation. she was like, okay, are we going to get married? And he was like, I don't know. I got to see. She said, you do it. He told her, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. But he don't want to rush out to get another ring until he could see if she going to be responsible. And he don't want to rush, but he want to do things in the right time. And she was like, look, is the motherfucking wedding back on? And he was like, well, in the future, I see it happening, but, you know, I ain't got no dates and no times. And she was like, well, I need to know. I mean, a wedding, you can't just be like, okay, we getting married next weekend. Yes, you can, because I did that. Well, I gave myself 2 weeks. She was like, and I want it to be really nice. So, yeah, I'm going to need to know some extra shit. And he was like, well, it ain't going to be on if you keep on acting like this. And I'm just like, acting like what? Like she would like to know something about her own relationship that she is actually in? Like, I hate a motherfucker that try to tell you that you can't ask about your own relationship. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Good thing I ain't there, because I would have gassed her all up to just start going fuck off and all of that. But it seemed like she probably getting there herself any motherfucking way. And then I also wrote hashtag FOH, fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm so fucking over him. He is pushing this fucking her losing the ring thing as far as it can motherfucking go. I mean, I think it was a fake storyline to begin with, because these motherfuckers is drinking wine, testing wines and all kind of shit, and testing cake, and they didn't got no motherfucking date. What the fuck? Who? I got a bakery. You like, all right, I want to get married and I want to taste some of the cakes to decide. Okay, well, ooh, this one is delicious. This is the one that I want. Okay, so which cake? Oh, I want this cake. Okay, so when should I, you know, bring it? Deliver? I don't know. This year? Next year? Sometime. I don't really know. So they never had a motherfucking date, which made the whole thing seem fucking bogus as hell anyway. And now him dragging out the storyline with this fucking ring, it's just it's seeming fake, or just like he don't want money so bad that it don't even make no motherfucking sense. He don't want her so bad that it's becoming embarrassing at this fucking point. She was like, look, you need to just fucking tell me. He was like, life ain't that simple. It kind of is. He was like, look, we gonna plan on something, it'll be soon. So whatever the fuck that mean. And that's the end of this episode. I actually did get to see what's supposed to be happening next week, and it looks like Tanya gonna gas Money up to propose to him, and that's all I wrote. So I don't really remember any of the other shit that I saw. So yeah, it's just gonna be that, and whatever else is gonna happen. But yeah, that's it. I think I said all the things that I needed to say along the motherfucking way. Okay, if you guys agree with what I had to say, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my previous video. I also have a beauty and lifestyle channel you can check out, or swing by my fitness channel for a free workout. Don't forget to subscribe.